Ever wondered why some software deployments go flawlessly while others turn into a nightmare? The secret lies in one critical discipline: release management. In this video, we will cover DevOps Release Management certification practice questions and detailed explanations. Unlock the secrets of successful software delivery with our comprehensive DevOps Release Management exam prep. In this video, we are diving deep into 30 high-yield practice questions designed to prepare you for the DevOps Release Management certification. We'll cover everything from CI/CD pipelines and deployment strategies to governance and risk management. Make sure to grab a notebook and follow along to test your knowledge. Which deployment strategy involves routing a small percentage of user traffic to a new version of an application while the rest remains on the stable version? Option A: blue-green deployment. Option B: Canary release. Option C: recreate deployment. Option D: rolling update. The correct answer is B. A canary release is a technique used to reduce the risk of introducing a new software version in production by slowly rolling out the change to a small subset of users before making it available to everybody. This allows teams to monitor application health and performance in a live environment with minimal impact. In contrast, blue-green requires two identical environments, and rolling updates replace instances incrementally across the entire cluster. In a DevOps environment, what is the primary purpose of a change advisory board (CAB) regarding high-velocity releases? Option A: to manually approve every single code commit. Option B: to act as a strategic body for high-risk changes and architectural shifts. Option C: to write the test scripts for the CI/CD pipeline. Option D: to manage the daily stand-up meetings for the dev team. The correct answer is B. In high-velocity DevOps environments, the traditional role of the CAB evolves. Instead of gatekeeping every minor change, which is handled by automated tests and peer reviews, the CAB focuses on high-risk, high-impact changes that could affect the broader business or compliance. This shift prevents the CAB from becoming a bottleneck while maintaining necessary oversight for significant architectural or financial risks. Which component of a CI/CD pipeline is responsible for ensuring that the code integrated by different developers works together? Option A: continuous deployment. Option B: continuous delivery. Option C: continuous integration. Option D: continuous monitoring. The correct answer is C. Continuous integration. C is the practice of automating the integration of code changes from multiple contributors into a single software project. The primary goal is to identify and fix conflicts and bugs early by running automated builds and tests every time a developer commits code. This ensures the master branch remains stable. A release train is a concept most commonly associated with which framework? Option A: waterfall. Option B: Scrum of Scrums. Option C: Scaled Agile Framework. SAFe. Option D: PRINCE2. The correct answer is C. The Agile Release Train, ART, is a long-lived team of Agile teams, which, along with other stakeholders, incrementally develops, delivers, and where applicable operates one or more solutions. It is a central concept in the Scaled Agile Framework, SAFe, to align teams to a common mission and cadence. Which deployment method allows for near zero downtime by switching traffic between two identical production environments? Option A/B testing. Option B, blue-green deployment. Option C, shadow deployment. Option D, linear deployment. The correct answer is B. Blue-green deployment uses two identical production environments. Blue is the current live version, and green is the new version. Once green is tested and ready, traffic is switched at the router or load balancer level. This provides a fast rollback mechanism. If something goes wrong, you simply switch traffic back to blue. What is the primary benefit of using feature flags in release management? Option A, they increase the speed of the compiler. Option B, they allow decoupling of code deployment from feature release. Option C, they replace the need for unit testing. Option D, they automatically fix merge conflicts in Git. The correct answer is B. Feature flags, or toggles, allow developers to deploy code to production while keeping specific features hidden from users. This decouples the technical act of deployment from the business decision of releasing the feature. It allows for dark launches, easy rollbacks by toggling the flag off, and targeted testing without needing a new deployment. How does infrastructure as code, IAC, support release management? Option A, by eliminating the need for documentation. Option B, by ensuring environments are consistent and reproducible. Option C, by allowing developers to bypass the security team. Option D, by increasing the manual effort in server provisioning. The correct answer is B. IAC allows environments to be defined in code files, ensuring that dev, QA, and production environments are identical. This eliminates the "it worked on my machine" problem and ensures that the infrastructure the code was tested on is the same as the infrastructure it is released on. Which DORA metric measures the time it takes for a commit to reach production? Option A, deployment frequency. Option B, change failure rate. Option C, lead time for changes. Option D, mean time to recovery, MTTR. The correct answer is C. Lead time for changes is one of the 4 key DORA metrics. It measures the duration between a code commit being made and that code being successfully deployed to production. Shorter lead times indicate a more efficient and responsive release process. What is environment drift? Option A, the physical movement of data centers. Option B, when software versions stay synchronized across all environments. Option C, the phenomenon where environments become inconsistent due to manual changes over time. Option D, a strategy for migrating local data to the cloud. The correct answer is C. Environment drift occurs when manual updates, hotfixes, or configuration changes are made to a specific environment, like production, but not backported to others, like staging or dev. This leads to inconsistencies that cause releases to fail in one environment even if they passed in another. What is the blast radius in the context of a release? Option A, the speed at which the deployment script runs. Option B, the total number of servers in the data center. Option C, the potential impact area of a failure within a release. Option D, the storage capacity required for a container image. The correct answer is C. The blast radius refers to the extent of the potential damage if a specific component or release fails. Good release management aims to minimize the blast radius through techniques like microservices, Canary releases, and bulkhead patterns so that a failure in one area doesn't take down the entire system. What type of testing is performed to ensure that new code hasn't adversely affected existing functionality? Option A. Unit testing. Option B. Regression testing. Option C. Smoke testing. Option D. Exploratory testing. The correct answer is B. Regression testing is essential in release management. It involves rerunning functional and non-functional tests to ensure that previously developed and tested software still performs correctly after a change. Automated regression suites are vital for maintaining high deployment frequency. Which tool is commonly used for managing configuration and state of infrastructure? Option A. Terraform. Option B. Jira. Option C. Slack. Option D. Selenium. The correct answer is A. Terraform is an industry-standard infrastructure as code (IAC) tool that allows you to build, change, and version infrastructure safely and efficiently, while Jira is for tracking, Slack for communication, and Selenium for testing. Terraform handles the actual provisioning and configuration of resources. A dark launch is a technique used to Option A. Deploy code during the night to minimize user impact. Option B. Release a feature to a back-end service without a front-end UI to test performance. Option C. Release code to production but hide it from the UI using feature flags. Option D. Delete old code from the production environment. The correct answer is C. A dark launch involves deploying a feature to production but not making it visible to users. This allows the team to test the feature's impact on the system, like database load or performance, in the real production environment without affecting the user experience. What is the single source of truth in a DevOps release process? Option A. The lead developer's memory. Option B. The version control system, e.g., Git. Option C. The email chain with the client. Option D. The Excel sheet on the project manager's desktop. The correct answer is B. In DevOps, the version control system, VCS, is the single source of truth. Everything, application code, infrastructure definitions, IAC, configuration files, and documentation, should be stored in Git. This ensures traceability, auditability, and the ability to reproduce any version of the release. What is shift left in the context of the release lifecycle? Option A. Moving the release date to an earlier time. Option B. Integrating testing and security early in the development process. Option C. Moving code from production back to development. Option D. Reducing the number of developers on a project. The correct answer is B. Shift left is the practice of performing quality testing and security checks earlier in the lifecycle, to the left on a linear timeline, by identifying defects and vulnerabilities during development rather than right before a release. Teams reduce the cost of fixes and increase release reliability. In a rolling deployment, what happens to the instances? Option A. All instances are taken down and replaced at once. Option B. Instances are replaced one by one or in small batches. Option C. A new environment is created and traffic is switched instantly. Option D. Only the database is updated while the app remains the same. The correct answer is B. In a rolling deployment, the new version of the app gradually replaces the old version. The deployment usually happens over a period of time. During this time, both the old and new versions will be running and serving traffic. This allows for zero downtime but requires the application to support N1 compatibility. What is the primary goal of a post-mortem after a failed release? Option A. To assign blame to the developer who caused the error. Option B. To document what happened and implement preventative measures for the future. Option C. To justify the failure to the executive board. Option D. To restart the CI/CD pipeline immediately. The correct answer is B. A blameless post-mortem focuses on understanding the systemic causes of a failure rather than individual errors. The goal is to learn from the incident, improve the process, and update automation or monitoring to prevent the same issue from recurring. Which of the following best describes shadowing, traffic shadowing? Option A. A developer watching a senior engineer deploy code. Option B. Production traffic is duplicated and sent to a new version without affecting the user response. Option C. Running a release in a dark mode UI. Option D. A backup server that takes over when the main one fails. The correct answer is B. Traffic shadowing, or mirroring, involves sending a copy of live production traffic to a newly deployed version of a service. The response from the new version is not sent to the user. This is the ultimate test for performance and accuracy because it uses real-world data without any risk to the user experience. What does compliance as code mean? Option A. Writing laws in Python. Option B. Automating the verification of security and regulatory requirements within the pipeline. Option C. Asking developers to sign a physical contract. Option D. Storing PDF policy documents in Git. The correct answer is B. Compliance as code involves translating regulatory requirements, like HIPAA or PCI DSS, into automated scripts. These scripts run during the CI/CD process to ensure that every release meets security and compliance standards before it ever reaches production. What is an ephemeral environment? Option A. A production environment that never changes. Option B. A temporary environment created for a specific task, like a pull request, and destroyed after use. Option C. A local development environment on a laptop. Option D. A legacy environment that is difficult to maintain. The correct answer is B. Ephemeral environments are short-lived. They are typically spun up automatically during a CI/CD pipeline to run integration tests or provide a preview of a feature branch. Once the tests pass or the branch is merged, the environment is torn down, saving costs and preventing drift. What is the main difference between continuous delivery and continuous deployment? Option A. Delivery is manual. Deployment is automated. Option B. Delivery requires a manual trigger to push to production. Deployment is fully automated. Option C. Delivery is for mobile apps. Deployment is for web apps. Option D. There is no difference. The correct answer is B. In continuous delivery, every change is ready to be deployed, but the actual push to production requires a human decision trigger. In continuous deployment, every change that passes the automated tests is automatically pushed to production without human intervention. In the context of release management, what is a hotfix? Option A. A feature planned for the next major release. Option B. A critical bug fix that must be deployed immediately outside the normal release cycle. Option C. A change that updates the documentation only. Option D. An update that improves server temperature. The correct answer is B. A hotfix is an unplanned release intended to address a critical issue in production that cannot wait for the next scheduled release window. While DevOps encourages small, frequent releases that make hotfixes part of the normal flow, many organizations still distinguish them for tracking emergency changes. Which metric would you use to track how often your team successfully releases to production? Option A. Change failure rate. Option B. Deployment frequency. Option C. Throughput. Option D. Velocity. The correct answer is B. Deployment frequency measures how often an organization successfully releases to production. High-performing DevOps teams aim for multiple deployments per day. This metric reflects the efficiency of the pipeline and the team's ability to break work into small, deployable units. Which of the following is a prerequisite for successful blue-green deployments? Option A. Manual approval from the CEO. Option B. Database schema compatibility. Forward-backward compatibility. Option C. A waterfall project management approach. Option D. Using only physical on-premise servers. The correct answer is B. Because blue-green deployments involve switching traffic between two versions of code that often share the same database, the database schema must be compatible with both the old and new versions of the application. If the new code requires a column that doesn't exist yet, or the old code breaks with a new column, the switch will fail. What is the build artifact in a release pipeline? Option A. The original source code files. Option B. The deployable package, e.g., .jar, .war, Docker image, created from the source code. Option C. The physical hardware of the server. Option D. The design documents for the software. The correct answer is B. An artifact is a file or set of files produced during the build stage of a CI/CD pipeline. It represents the immutable version of the software that is then moved through testing stages and eventually to production. Using artifacts ensures that the exact same code that was tested is what gets deployed. What is the purpose of a smoke test in the release process? Option A. To check if the server room is on fire. Option B. A preliminary test to reveal simple failures severe enough to reject a prospective software release. Option C. To test every single feature of the application in depth. Option D. To check the performance of the app under heavy load. The correct answer is B. A smoke test is a subset of test cases that cover the most important functionality of a component or system. It is used to quickly verify if the basic functions work. E.g., does the app start? Can I log in? Single quote. If the smoke test fails, the release is rejected immediately, saving time on further detailed testing. What is immutable infrastructure? Option A. Infrastructure that is never updated. Option B. Infrastructure that is replaced rather than modified when a change is needed. Option C. Infrastructure that is manually configured by admins. Option D. A database that only allows read operations. The correct answer is B. With immutable infrastructure, you never patch or change a running server. Instead, you build a new server image, like a new AMI or Docker image. With the changes, deploy the new server, and destroy the old one. This prevents environment drift and ensures that the state of your infrastructure is always known and reproducible. What is an audit trail in release management? Option A. The path the developer takes to the office. Option B. A chronological record that provides documentary evidence of the sequence of activities that have affected a release. Option C. The list of future features for the product. Option D. A backup of the source code. The correct answer is B. An audit trail, or audit log, is crucial for compliance and troubleshooting. It records who triggered a release, what code was included, which tests passed, and who approved it. In DevOps, this is usually automated through the logs of the VCS and CI/CD tools. In A/B testing, the primary goal is to: Option A. Ensure the system doesn't crash. Option B. Compare two versions of a feature to see which one performs better for a specific business metric. Option C. Backup data to a secondary location. Option D. Encrypt user passwords. The correct answer is B. A/B testing is more of a business product release strategy than a technical deployment strategy. It involves showing two different versions of a feature to different groups of users to determine which version leads to better conversion, engagement, or other KPIs. What does MTTR stand for and why is it important in release management? Option A. Mean time to release. Measures speed of features. Option B. Mean time to recovery. Measures how quickly a system recovers from a failure. Option C. Maximum time to review. Measures cab speed. Option D. Minimum time to react. Measures incident response. The correct answer is B. MTTR, mean time to recovery, restore, is a critical DORA metric. In the context of releases, it measures how long it takes to restore service after a failed deployment. High-performing teams focus on reducing MTTR through automated rollbacks, robust monitoring, and clear incident response plans. That wraps up our 30 practice questions for the DevOps Release Management certification. How many did you get right? If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more DevOps certification content. If you're serious about passing the exam, don't forget to check out our full practice exam at the link below. For the full-length practice exam and comprehensive study materials, check out the link in the description below.